Welcome to Trading Lounge and the S&P 500 for the 24th of September. Looking at the bullish count here and looking at this particular pattern here as a corrective pattern here with another move to the upside for wave 5. And yeah, just counting up from 1 and 2 here, and then 5 waves here for wave 3, an A and a B and a C wave here for wave 4, and then moving higher from that point. So drilling into this area here in terms of the 1 hour chart here, we're looking at wave A here, then an A and a B and a C here. I know that doesn't look like 5 waves here, but on the cash market it is. And then looking at this here as a 5 wave sequence here, which is also a little bit messy as well. You can look on the Russell actually from the top here. The Russell's got quite a nice A, B and C correction from here as well on the cash market for the Russell. And then we're looking for wave 1 and 2 here, so we'll see a little dance across the 3000 here as it settles in for support and then moves up from that point there. So we'll go to the tick chart to have a look at this little area in here. This is 100 ticks, so from the low here, from this wave 4 low here, we're looking at, well, I'm assuming 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 to the third, the fourth, and the fifth wave moving up here. For I can put this in place now, somewhere up here. Can I read that here? No, I need to go to the, looks like a third wave in here, so it looks like you have to go to a 20 tick chart to read that. But look, anyway, a little bit of wiggling across here. These wave 4s can come back to the wave 4s of 1 lesser degree here. So looking at something like this here, just squash all this in, probably be a little bit lower here. I mean, it's going to be a bit of a sticky number, this one here. So what we kind of want, really looking for here, is this wave 2 here. If I go, let's make a few assumptions here. Let's just say that this plays out in an impulse wave, and let's just say that it goes up to the 3010. It may only go to the 3005 or 8 in here. But what I want to look for here is this little level in here. This is obviously quite rough and ready at this point. It's not too bad actually, because it does incorporate all of this in here as, you know, this was all the resistance in here and now it's become the support here. So it's likely to reflect over here again as well. But it's just a bit of a rock and a hard place. I mean, if you get in now, then it's you know, if we don't get the impulse wave here and we just get, you know, half of this here, then it makes it corrective at that point, and then it can fail from that point. So you could go long now and put your stop under here, or you could wait for this to play out through here, and this will be the setup here. If I can just go back to the, once wave 5 comes in, an A and a B and a C wave coming back in here, and then the entry comes in. It might be a little bit tricky. Well, I mean, another way to look at it, once this high here is done, right, this will fold back into this space somewhere, and then there'll be 2 more highs here, and then we'll get that deeper correction coming in at that point. So I can't draw over this side here, but on the hourly chart I can. So we're looking for, if I can just give a rough guide here, so we're looking for this one here, then there will be a pullback in here, then another high here, then one more high in here that can take us. That's probably not very good, is it? I get sacked for doing things like that. I have to sack myself. Let's just tidy this up a little bit. So we're looking for another little high in here, then a pullback in here, all right, then another high in here, then a pullback in here, and then yet another high in here, and then this is the one that we want here. The other point here too, if we've got those two highs there and you can see them clear enough, then you'll be able to buy back in at this point here. So I'll just put that in green, but where we want to buy, I'll just get a smaller position there, as this will come down here as an A and a B and a C wave here, and then it will find its way up here. So really this is I'm talking about the safe trade here, really on the top of and use these highs to add into here as well, but this will be the ABC pattern here, which we can just borrow here. So if this continues to play out here and we get those other two highs here, then you know that we've got 5 waves here. That's an easy way to do it. And then you'll know that it's going to come back and test that depth there. And then you're looking for support. If you buy anywhere in here, then you'll need to just keep the stop out of the way. You have to keep it below the 29.90 area here, and don't put it at 89 or 88. It's really got to be at, well, I like stop setting at number 6. You can do it at 7. You get away with 7 a lot, but you get over a long period of time, you'll get a lot better results with your stops sitting, long stops going for long trade, sitting at number 6 or number 2. So they're normally where I set my stops. Just a subtle thing, but it works okay. So yeah, I can't really add to that. I mean, just visually you want to see it sitting on top. So like this over here, the first high above the level, then that becomes the catalyst for the trigger. And then really that, well, you can use that one, and then you can use that one here for that. You know, if this market had pushed back up through that way, so you need it to come back, push up, come back and sit on top, and then take the tops out. So that's exactly what we're doing here in that case. The same over here. So there's a high here, and you could go those highs. Here's another high here that gets breached, and so on. The same to the short side, upside down as well. On that note. Okay, I'll just clean my mess up. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.